Yo, I just fucking finished the first episode of Boku no Hero Academia. I've been up all fucking night waiting, just waiting, because it was announced that it was coming out early morning. I've been waiting all fucking night to sit down and watch this manga get turned into a fucking anime. The first episode is here. I'm just gonna say right now, this video is going to contain a lot of fucking hype. And if you have not seen the fucking first episode yet, I recommend you to go watch that shit. It's fucking amazing. And I'm gonna say right now, any anime onlys, do not worry. There's no content cut at all. It's beautifully adapted. Now that I said that, go watch this fucking episode. Just go fucking watch this. Just seriously, don't just stop this video. Don't even come back if you don't want to. Just go start that fucking episode. Just go start Boku no Hero Academia. The fucking anime, dude. I'm too high. I'm wired right now. I've been up all fucking night. I know I should be asleep, but fuck it. I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about my emotions about this series. Finally, it has an anime. Finally. I'm worried. I've been on edge. I've been on the fence since the announcement of this anime. I've been worried because there's a possibility it could be rushed, it could be horrible, animation could be shit, music could be terrible, voice actors might not suit. There's a wide variety of issues that the series could have, and I have been fucking worried so much about Boku no Hero Academia. I've been so worried about the anime and worrying that it was going to be, honestly, to be brutally honest, garbage. And after seeing this fucking first episode, it's like seeing a baby grow up into a fucking grown man. That's exactly what I see here. This series, I have been with since chapter 1. Chapter fucking 1, when it first came out. Like, when the chapters were first getting translated, everybody was getting into the series for the first time. I've been with it, and just in this series, finally get an anime. First episode is out, and I'm getting to talk about it. My hype right now is just like, what? Like, yo, dude. Boku no Hero Academia. I'm so glad this fucking first episode was so good. I'm so glad. I'm so fucking worried, dude. I'm so fucking worried. Oh, there's still a chance it could, turn to shit. I'm not gonna say it doesn't have that chance. But I'm just gonna say this episode, at the very fucking least, with this episode, at the very least, it stayed true to the original vision of the manga. It stayed true to the panels that were in the first chapter. It stayed true to the pacing, the characterization, the symbolism, the foreshadowing. It stayed true to everything. And this episode was leaps and bounds above the fucking manga. And that's what an anime should be. At the end of the day, the anime should be better than the fucking manga because it has voice acting, OST, animation, color. An anime at the end of the day should be better than its manga equivalent. But sadly, a bunch of anime tend to fail in that department quite a bit, quite often. It's almost sickening how many anime fell in that department. And so, to see how, at the very least, this first episode stayed true to the vision that the mangaka himself set out with the series, was brought to the table for this anime, makes me happy. Studio Bones, thank you. Thank you, Studio Bones. Thank you for the entire production team that has been working on this anime for a while now. I want to thank every individual and the voice actors, to the production team, the staff, everybody. I just want to thank all of them for putting in some beautiful work into this project. because I can really see the dedication and love that was placed into this first episode. The animation was not slacking, the art was not slacking, I didn't see none of that Toei shit. I saw some really good work that showed that the animators and the entire staff really cares for My Hero Academia. You could really see it. And that right there, when I saw how much appreciation this series got, how much love it's been getting, especially with how much advertisement it's been getting from so many other studios, like, Funimation, how it's been advertised in Japan, and how popular it is. I'm so glad this series is getting the respect it deserves, and not many series get that, and I'm so glad it is, because my biggest worry about Boku no Hero Academia is it would get the Taizai treatment, or it would get, other treatment of other series, like Tokyo Ghoul treatment, Terraform Mars treatment. I've been so worried, and seeing this first episode, it's like a big weight. It was just lifted off my fucking shoulders. Seriously, just my happiness right now. This is the perfect birthday fucking gift. It really is. Today's my birthday, and having Boku no Hero Academia, having it first thing in the morning for my birthday, watching this shit, and been seeing it beautifully, fucking beautifully fucking animated. I have no fucking complaints. And yes, I'm a little bit of a fanboy right now. I'm not gonna fucking deny that. I'm not even gonna fucking deny that. But to see how, at the very least, it was beautifully animated, I could see the love. I'm so fucking happy. I would have been so mad. I would have been so fucking mad if I would have woke up. Well, haven't actually really said I've been so hyped up for this. But I would have been so mad if I would have watched this fucking series and it would have been trash. It would have ruined my day. It would have fucking just shit on my entire day. Just because of how much I've loved this series, and to see something like that, I'd be fucking pissed. I'm not going to think about that, though, because it didn't happen. So I'm not even going to get into that. Happy thoughts. Today is a glorious fucking day. It's a glorious day. It really fucking is. It's a glorious day. First episode, man. Okay. I gotta talk about the first episode now. I know I've been fangasming and shit, and I guess it is my first impressions, to be legit and real here with all of you, but still. Oh my god. Where to begin? Okay, so I think I've already made it relatively clear how the adaptation is. As a manga reader, the adaptation, beautiful. No problem. No issue. I had no issue with the voice actors. Nothing. I had no issues with the art style choice that Studio Bones did. I have no problems with, how the episode was handled and all that, the pacing. Fucking beautiful. I have no issues. So let's dive into something I haven't dived into. Let's talk about that opening. The opening. It spoils things, but it doesn't spoil things. Now, the only way you're going to get spoiled is if you really know what to expect. For instance, if you've read the manga, you can obviously catch spoilers. And if you're an anime only, I don't think you're going to really notice a lot of the spoilers that are in the opening song. It'll just fly over your head. So when it comes to the way the opening song was orchestrated, it was definitely leaps and bounds better than some opening songs I've seen from other shonen series, Fairy Tail. And to see how this opening song was done, especially with the visuals and all that, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. And I mean, I have to say, actually, I gotta be fucking honest here. The opening song's visuals were beautiful and all, but I actually believe that the episode, not the opening, the episode 1 was actually better animated than the opening song. I'm not even fucking joking right now. I personally believe that a lot of the scenes throughout the first episode, was better than the opening. I'm not saying the opening was shit. I'm not saying the animation and visuals were shit. I'm just saying that that's just how good the episode was in terms of visual standards. And so, yeah. Now, I don't know if this series has got a high budget or not. It could be like that, One Punch Man treatment. It could be just a studio that's very dedicated. That could be the possibility. So I'm not going to say that this series has a massive budget like Unlimited Blade Works, but there is a possibility. So, getting back into the opening, though, the spoiler-wise, you don't really have much to worry about, anime-onlys. I don't think you need to really worry about spoilers because, yeah, I see some in there, but for the most part, it's nothing too bad. Now, I do want to say something real quick when it comes to the content of the opening song. And I'm not going to spoil nothing, but I'm going to, briefly talk about it. This is actually for the manga readers to kind of address this because some might want to know my opinion on it. And now, don't worry, anime-onlys, not going to spoil you. But, there was a fight scene in the opening song with All Might. I'm not gonna, kind of dive into that, but there was a fight scene, and I feel like manga readers will see it with All Might towards the end of the song. And this fight scene, we all know where that takes place. Manga readers do. And I feel like that's probably where the anime is going to end. If it ends there, if it in fact does end there in, the anime, season 1, ends there. I think this is going to be about 12 or 13 episode series. I feel like that would be a perfect amount of time. I mean, it would introduce, like, the main cast and villains and stuff. It'll have this epic fucking fight, and then it'll set up for, the Stain arc for, season 2, when season 2 finally comes out. I could see something like that happening. So I feel like if that truly is what's going to happen, if that opening song is telling us the truth of what's going to happen in, Boku no Hero Academia, that's most likely where we're going to have the conclusion of, the season. So, yeah, I'd really like it if that's exactly where it's going to end. If it does end there, it's definitely going to be beautifully paced, and honestly, it's probably going to be fucking amazing. It's going to be really amazing if that's where they're going to end Boku no Hero Academia. So, I have high hopes. I have very high hopes, because the opening song doesn't go too far. It doesn't go really far into the future with content. It doesn't go, like, 50 fucking chapters in. It does not do that. So, I'm very glad to see that. I'm very glad to see that there was content that was, like, below chapter 20. I'm not even joking. That's the content we got. And as you know, shonen chapters usually relatively short. They're like, 20 pages. So, yeah, very good on that regard. I'm glad to see that there wasn't much spoilers past that certain part. Now, getting into other things in terms of the story to the characters and stuff. So let's, talk about this, because I know anime onlys are going to want me to dive into it. So, the characters, the main cast. We have a couple introductions, but there's 2 main characters that get introduced, or actually 3 characters that get introduced that we need to really take the time to focus on. For one, we have Izuku, which is our MC, our main character, the one that is quirkless, does not have an ability, which I'll explain in a moment. The second character is the childhood friend of Izuku, the MC, and is currently in the process of bullying Izuku because he is powerless, and Bakugo is kind of an asshole. That's the first, impressions many will get of his character, and he is an asshole. Bakugo is a fucking asshole. So, I'm just gonna say right now, a lot of people, I remember when I first started the manga, myself included, not a lot of us really liked Bakugo for his attitude. He was an asshole, and not many people really cherished his character, but I'm gonna tell you right now, anime onlys, he will grow on you. He definitely will grow on you, and I'm willing to bet before the series is over, before season 1 is done, you're probably gonna like his character. I'm just gonna say it right now. But, I'm just gonna say, when it comes to the impressions that many anime onlys are probably going to get from this episode, yes, in fact, Bakugo is a fucking asshole. What he did to Izuku was kind of a scumbag move. Now, the next character to look at is All Might. Now, there's not really much that was really disclosed about All Might. As you know, or what you can get from this episode as an anime only, is that All Might is very, very important. Because there's a lot of posters, you had it to where Izuku said he's the #1 hero, and you also have it to where, he has saved 100 people in under 10 minutes. I mean, we got a little bit of information about this character, All Might, but All Might, as you can see, is a huge idol in the hero world, and you have it to where even Bakugo, the one that was the asshole in the episode, was actually even talking about All Might, and then also Izuku was talking about All Might. He wanted an autograph, but he got it instantly. He didn't even have to ask All Might, and All Might gave it to him, just so it goes to show you the type of personality All Might has. But diving more into his character, though, All Might, he's the type of character that is just a fucking badass. His design, to the way he carries himself, he's a fucking badass. His voice actor, amazing. That's the type of voice I actually kind of envisioned him with when I first read his lines in the manga, so I have no issues with that. So, when it comes to All Might and his character, he's very important to the overall foundation of Boku no Hero Academia. He's a very important character, along with Bakugo and Izuku. So these 3 characters are the main focus of the episode. Now, talking about the plot, what is it about? So, the world right now, everybody is born with a quirk. Now, a quirk is pretty much power. It's a simple term for a power, like an ability. For instance, like, let's say if you have fire ability, ice ability, super strength, so forth, you get my point. Quirk means ability, and each person is born with their individual quirk. But actually, Izuku, our MC, was born without a quirk. He's a little bit different. Actually, in our day and age, it would be very weird if someone was born with a quirk, because that would be unnatural. But in that day and age, you have it to where people that are not born with a quirk are the unusual ones, and Izuku is one of those. He's unusual, he does not have a quirk, and so he cannot become a hero. Which brings in the conflict of the story. Izuku wants to be a hero, and he saw a video a long time ago when he was a kid. He saw All Might, you know, saving these people, and he's like, I want to be a hero, I want to be a hero, I can't wait till I get my quirk. And eventually Izuku is faced with the cold, harsh reality that he cannot become a hero. He does not have a quirk. And he has to face this throughout his entire life. And you see how he's had this issue, and how he's been mistreated by people, how people look down on him. He can't do nothing. And I mean, it's like a poor innocent boy that believes in something, and he gets shattered. It fucking breaks in his face, and that's exactly what happens. His goal, his dream, his hope, all of it was just shattered, thanks to finding out he's quirkless and will never get a quirk. And that's a very sad moment when you see that. And then, as the episode goes on, you see how Boku goes bullying, you know, Izuku, saying like, oh, you're quirkless and all that, I hate being compared to you and all that, and picking on Izuku, putting him down. And Izuku right now is at the point of his life to where he thinks he's just straight up useless in some way, the way, you know, he can't really help people. And you have to say, like, when you see that one image in the flashback, when he's at the computer and after talking with the doctor of how he's quirkless, and he's, you know, sad and he's crying to himself, like, can I really be a hero, Mom? That right there fucking hit me so damn hard. I knew it was coming, but it was so sad seeing that scene animated. It just hits you so hard. You're like, holy shit. Holy shit. So, Izuku, man. What you gotta say, I feel for you. I really feel for you. My god, I just, the conflict in the beginning of this series, it really got me. This is why I really love the start of Boku no Hero Academia. What really got me into it was this interesting concept of the series. You know, how the character's powerless, can't really do nothing. And, you know, the final part of the episode, he has a actual conversation with All Might. He gets to meet All Might, and he talks with him. He's like, hey, can I be a hero? And then the episode ends. And what a brilliant way to end episode 1. I expected it to go a little bit further, but it didn't. So, you know, I guess tip my hat, if I had a hat on, tip my hat to Studio Bones for doing very good work when it comes to the pacing. So, yeah, episode, fantastic. A fantastic episode that gave a lot of characterization for Bakugo, All Might, Izuku, and we kind of dived into how the world works, of how everybody has powers, there's different abilities, and I mean, overall, there was a good amount of stuff that happened in this episode. A lot of good content I feel like anime-onlys will enjoy, and once again, I want to repeat, don't worry, nothing was rushed, nothing was cut. I know from experience. Now, I do want to say something just for comedy's sake. Fucking Secret Babe. Secret best girl right here. Just secret best girl. Just yes. Secret best girl, okay? I think we can all agree. We can all agree when she popped up in this episode, secret best girl. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm chill now. I'm chill. I'm glad Boku no Hero Academia is getting animated. I really am. So with that, I'm done. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.